Hello, I'm Peaceful Nick the Medium. Welcome to my live stream. When you log in, please let me know you are there. I am going to talk about several things today. It is a full moon, lunar eclipse, and Mercury retrograde today, March 13th to 14th, 2025. A lot of stuff is happening. You may be feeling some kind of way. And if you are feeling some kind of way, it's because there are all of these astronomical things going on in our world, in our solar system, in our universe. And a lot of people-y things are happening in our world, in our solar system, and in our universe. So we're going to talk about all of that. And we're also going to talk about the Spirit Exchange with myself and medium Kathy Behrens, which is an annual membership. Hi, Emerald. Hi, Christina. Hi, Joanne. Hi, everyone joining. I am multi-streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, which I've never been on Instagram Live before. It's my first time, and on TikTok. So I have multiple platforms going. Please put your questions in the chat. Please say hello when you pop in and let me know you're here. Just an emoji is fine. Just wave or say hi or where you're from. I am an evidential medium. I'm also a scientist. I have a bachelor's degree in biology and a master's degree in astronomy. And I have worked in science communication and education for over 20 years. And about 6 years ago, I started having mediumship experiences. I had no idea why. I don't know. It just started happening. And so I thought I will do an experiment on myself, and I'm going to find out if I am a medium. So, of course, hi, Christina. Of course, I hopped on YouTube to find out what was happening, and I found a mentor and I got trained, and I've been a practicing professional medium for 5 years now. I still work in some science education and communication capacity. Hi, Trent. But most of my time is dedicated to mediumship. So hello and welcome in. Say hello, click some likes, ask me questions, because I want everyone to, get the answers they need. I normally don't go live in the middle of the day. I was just on a live with medium Kathy, but she had another appointment to get to, so she had to run. But we were doing some mediumship readings and answering questions. So what is a full moon and what is a lunar eclipse? So I have taught astronomy for decades. And so since I love astronomy and astrology, and today is a big day astronomically and astrologically, let's talk about why you may be feeling weird. Click those likes, give me some hearts, give me some thumbs ups, some stuff so we can get out there. So I'm going to draw on my notepad. I should have a whiteboard, I know, but this is what we've got, a Sharpie and some paper. All right, so I'm going to write the sun. So here's the sun. This is how we get a full moon. Full moon, and then I'll show you how we get the eclipse. All right, so we have the earth. So this is how I always draw it when I use a big whiteboard in a classroom. E for earth, sun and earth. And the moon orbits the earth. So the moon goes around the earth in an orbit, and the earth orbits the sun. So when the moon is in, how do I want to say? Okay, I'll go this way. I'll show both sides. When the moon is in between the earth and the sun brightens up this half, and this half is shaded. So if you're here on earth and you're looking here, that's a new moon that happens in 2 weeks. You can't see the moon when it's there. when the earth, the sun, the moon is on this side, this half of the moon is shaded, and we can see the full moon. So this is what it is tonight. We've got the sun, earth. So this is, we don't have that tonight. Scribble that out. Sun, earth, moon, full moon. Now, because of the fact that we don't have a lunar eclipse every month, if the moon was in the proper orbit, we would have a lunar eclipse every month. But the moon has a mind of its own, and it's tilted. It is not orbiting the equator of the Earth. It's orbiting the equator of the solar system, which is very unusual. Moons should not behave that way. So we have the sun. I'll make a cleaner picture. The Earth and the moon. So the moon is just, it has a mind of its own. It's like a Sagittarius, like me. It does whatever it wants. So the moon is not orbiting at the same axis as the Earth is. So it's not going around the equator. It's of the Earth. It's going around the equator of the sun, which is a different angle, 23.5 degrees different. So when the Earth moves in front of the moon based on the orbits tonight at 2 or 3 in the morning Eastern time, or midnight or 1 Pacific time, the Earth's shadow is cast upon the moon, causing the lunar eclipse that will happen tonight. So that's how the lunar eclipse works. And Mercury retrograde, I believe, starts tomorrow, and that's going to wreak havoc on our electronics, on our communication, whether it's verbal communication or electronic communication. So that happens several times a year. And what Mercury retrograde means is it's an optical illusion from our perspective. And Venus goes retrograde. All the planets go retrograde, but Mercury's closest to the sun, and it happens more often. So it appears, Mercury appears to move backwards in the sky from our perspective. It is not moving backwards. It is appearing that way. So we're in the between, well, I'll have to draw another picture. Science teacher. So I'm using up all my notebook paper. So we have sun, little dot for Mercury, big circle for Earth because Mercury's little. So sun, Mercury, Earth. From our perspective, it takes us longer to go around the sun than it does Mercury. I think Mercury's 88 days, I believe, is correct. So when we're looking at Mercury at night, sometimes it's moving forward in the sky, and sometimes it appears to be moving backwards. But it's just an optical illusion. So as Mercury, if you track it every day, which most people can't see it because it's so low to the horizon, tomorrow it turns and appears to go backwards. It's not going backwards. It's just Earth and Mercury are in a certain orbit to where it looks like that. So all the planets go retrograde. Mercury just happens to go retrograde the most because it's the closest to the sun. So that causes all kinds of stuff. Trent said, just in time for the iOS update, nobody's phone's going to work. Good thing I'm going live today. So everything so far, and for those of you who've been following my internet story, they finally have my fiber optic internet, my new modem, everything installed. That's why this live isn't glitching. Hopefully, let me know if it is. So that's the story on how we get a lunar eclipse, how we get a full moon, and how Mercury goes retrograde. So if you have any questions about any of that, please let me know. And thank you everyone who's joining on all the different platforms. Hi, Abby. So I hope everybody has learned something, because my favorite thing is to teach. I do teach mediumship courses. I do have a new downloadable digital course. This is my author's copy of mediumship. That's on my website. There's 3 tiers. But if you don't want to spend hours and hours of time in a classroom with me on Zoom, or you can order this wonderful, I worked so hard on this, digital downloadable course. And you can go at your own pace. You can get the tier where you meet with me one-on-one. There's 4 times meeting with me one-on-one, 2 times, or 0 times, or you can just get the downloadable course. There is so much information in here about ethics in mediumship, how to sit in the power, which is a mediumship meditation. It's different than regular meditation. What are your clairs? How many do you have? And then what I love is it explains all the clairs, and there are journal prompts for exploring your clairs. And then there are exercises to strengthen your clairs, which I love, 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 love. And so this is a no pressure download, right? You can pick it up once a week, once a month, once a year, whenever the mood strikes. So clairs, spiritual boundaries, discipline in mediumship, connecting to spirit in mediumship, everything you need. It's an entire beginner's course in one. If you download it, the digital, it's 100 pages. So you can print, 1 or 2 pages at a time. You don't have to print the whole thing. And you can save it. It's yours forever. There's not an expiration date or anything. So, whatever you need. Thank you for all the likes over here, everyone. Hi. Oh, thanks, Christina. Okay, so Trent said, question about EVPs. Science says it's audio pareidolia. I disagree. No idea how it actually works, but it does. How do you think it's possible? That's a great question. Now, anyone who knows me well enough to know that, yes, I have a strong science background. Yes, I love science. Yes, I believe in science. However, there are scientists that are materialist, and all they care about is if you can't touch it, see it, feel it, it's not real. Okay. Face on Mars, for example, they say that's pareidolia, however you say it. Hi, Ashley. I'm so glad to see you, honey. How's Milo? Now, some things are our mind making like you see a cloud, you're not always seeing grandma's face in the cloud, right? It's just a cloud. It's possible to see grandma's face in the cloud, but most of the time it's just a cloud that just looks like a face. Like I have, my walls have texture on them. Well, if I'm staring at the wall long enough, sometimes I'm doing a meditation, I'm staring at the wall, I'll start to see shapes form. Now these things are just sprayed on the wall by, somebody who came in and worked really hard to make it look pretty. But I'm not going to see my grandma's face in the wall. It's just, my brain trying to recognize faces. That's evolutionary. We humans need to do that. However, there are certain things that are signs from spirit. There are certain things that are actually unexplainable scientifically for now. Science doesn't always like to look for the answers when it gets to the perimeter of their physical touch, feel, see, hear science, right? They get a little nervous. And the reason people get nervous about that is they get ostracized from the scientific community. There's a woman who wrote a book about ESP, and she was a medical doctor and had her license revoked by the medical board before they even read the book because it had the term ESP. I can't remember her name. in the title. They didn't read the book. They didn't research the book. They just took away her medical license. And then she had to fight it, of course. And then they read the book and they're like, oh, she's basing this in science, like inquiry, etc. And they gave her license back. But what a pain to have a career, a medical career, taken away on the whim of someone who just didn't like the fact that ESP was in the title of your book. So there are frequencies to sound. Everything is a frequency. There's light frequency, sound frequency, AM, FM radio. We'll use that example. Everybody who's old enough knows that there's an AM frequency and an FM frequency on a radio. Those are different levels of radio wave, right? So radio wave isn't just one wave. There's a whole bunch of different numbers in there. So when people are picking up voices and sounds on their devices to pick up the EVPs, they're using different frequencies of radio wave to pick it up. So my belief, because in my mediumship practice, I get a lot of ear ringing when I do readings. I get a lot of ear ringing. And that is a very high frequency sound coming from spirit. And when that happens, I'll say to spirit, you have to slow it down. You have to lower your vibration so I can understand, because I am a human. I can't vibrate at the level they are. So essentially, Trent, they are picking up the frequency that's different from what we hear as humans. They're setting their little device to a frequency to pick up all other sounds we cannot hear. So that is how that works. So hello, everyone. I am glad you're here. And if anyone has any questions, please let me know. Kathy and I have the Spirit Exchange. It's an annual membership of 90-minute galleries. That there's 10 90-minute galleries throughout the next year from April 2025 to March of 2026. You will have 2 mediums and special guest speakers in these galleries. It is limited to 25 people, and it's already halfway sold out. So if you want to get a free one-on-one reading with either Kathy or myself and save $100, sign up for the Spirit Exchange by March 18th. And you will get a ticket for one guest of your choice to come to the Spirit Exchange during the year. So that is my spiel on the Spirit Exchange. Trent said, thank you. That helped explain it. I captured some of Kylie's toenails tapping on the floor on my ring last night. So now I'm fascinated with how it works. Yeah, those ring cameras really pick up a lot. Hi, Patty. Really pick up a lot of really cool stuff. A lot of unexplainable stuff. Okay, let's see. Questions on any platform. Let me know if you have any questions. All right. Oh, you know what I forgot? I can put your comment on the screen. I totally forgot. I'll do that next time. So somebody ask a question on either YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, and I will put it on the screen for all to see, because I am new to StreamYard. And this is only my second day using it, but so far I love it. I was worried I wouldn't be able to figure out how to use it, but so far it's been amazing and well worth it for somebody who streams all the time, because now this goes out to all my platforms in one shot, and I don't have to worry about going live on every platform at a different time all day, every day. And I was live for an hour earlier with Kathy, and my voice is already starting to go. So I don't know how long I'm going to make it today. Okay. So let's see. What do we have over here? All right. So I'm going to show this question. Candace said, can you connect with the deceased? I need to ASAP. Candace, that's my whole job. That's what I do. This is my office. These are all my beautiful plant friends. And that is what I do for my job. I connect to loved ones in spirit. I have actually a coupon right now that's going to expire tonight for half price for a 30-minute reading. So instead of $100, it's $50. And the coupon is 30, all caps, FOR 50. And you can get a private one-on-one 30-minute reading with me. And the code goes in at the end when you go to pay. I'm just typing it in the chat. So yes, that's what I do. I do that for my job. I am an evidential medium. And what is an evidential medium? An evidential medium is a person who connects to your loved ones in spirit and gives you information about your loved one, evidence that only you and they would know, or someone else in your family or friend group. Hi, Angie. I'll get to your question in a second, okay? So, for instance, an example of detailed evidence that there's no way I would know. I was giving a reading to a woman probably 4 or 5 years ago, and I could see wedding tool, piles of wedding tool, piles of it. And I was talking to her grandma in spirit. Now, wedding tool is that fabric to make, wedding veils and decorations with. And I said, your grandma's showing me piles of wedding tool. And she said, oh my God, she was a wedding dress seamstress her whole career. Now, no person whose grandma died 50 years ago is going to have a picture of their grandma's wedding dress making business on any social media. So there's no way I could have known that unless I connected to her grandma in spirit. So that's an example of evidence in an evidential mediumship reading. So thank you, Candace, for that question. Thank you very much. And then if you want the code for my discount, it expires tonight. The code is 3450 for the 30-minute reading for only $50. You'll get $49 off, and that is the code. All right, Angie wants to know, will my cat be okay? Is he sick? So I don't make psychic predictions. And even if your cat does not make it, he will be safe and in spirit and come around you all the time. So I don't make predictions on will someone live or not, whether it is a human or a pet. You're welcome, Candace. I appreciate your question. Oh, thank you, Abby. Abby said, yes, she's legit, absolutely amazing, and you'll be extremely satisfied. I appreciate that. Now that I can put the comments up there, be prepared. They're going to show. So that's awesome. Is anybody tuning in from YouTube today? Because I see a lot of Facebook comments, and I don't see any YouTube comments. So let me know if you're on YouTube. You don't have to comment. You can just give a thumbs up or something. Danielle says, why does my name scare you or make you off-put? I know your teacher had the same name. It doesn't scare me. It just surprised me, I guess. It's not off-putting. It's not off-putting at all. It was just surprising. You know, that's all. Not off-putting. You have a lovely, wonderful name. Absolutely. Let's see. Trent said, oh, good, good, good. Lots of comments. Sometimes spirit comes through with validation that you had what you had for dinner last night too, but the point is it's specific and not known to the reader. Exactly. Exactly. And that happens all the time. Or something like, do you understand why I'm seeing a yellow canary? And then the next day you go to your neighbor's house and they have a yellow canary. Something that'll happen tomorrow or the next day or the next day. That happens all the time as well. So great comment. The last moment that my mom was awake before she passed, she asked me for a little bit of my wine. I used one of the daubers that I had been using to give her water and dabbed a bit, I remember this, on her lips. She smiled and said, thank you. That was a moment shared by only me and my mom. I never told anyone about that, and Nick knew. I remember that in the reading. It was very clear when she showed me that. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment. And I loved it. Danielle said, you seem frazzled. I don't feel frazzled. My hair's frizzy. Is my hair frazzled? Hi, Perfect Marie. Thank you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for all the likes over here. I appreciate that. Okay. Okay. How do we sign up? Is there a link for the, right here on the scroll? Can you see the scroll on my screen? peacefulnickthemedium.com. It's going across right now. I'll type it in for you and I'll put it on the screen. Sometimes that scroll isn't very, isn't clear enough. And the code is 3450. Oops. 3450. There. Okay. There you go, Candace. Yeah, Abby says never frazzled, only passionate. Yeah, and I drink a lot of coffee to get me through these long days. Long days of live streaming. For sure. Hi, Cindy. Hi, everyone over here on TikTok. I love being able to multi-stream. You guys have no idea. I'm going to be going live. Okay, can you can screenshot it if you want on your phone. And is it more clear now, Candace? Let me know if you can see it. You can screenshot it and enlarge it. I'm going to be going live so much now because before I was going live like on Wednesday on YouTube and then on Monday on Facebook. And, now I can just do it all at once. And it's going to be great. I'm excited. I love StreamYard. Big fan. Check mark. So if you're a streamer, this is the place to be. StreamYard for sure. For sure. Okay. So what do you guys want to know about mediumship, pulling cards, anything like that? Let me know. Let me know. Let's see. I'll show you guys the cards I have. These are my favorite Astro Star Codes Astro Oracle deck. Anything astronomical I love, and astronomy and astrology go together. What's happening? So these cards are beautiful. They're very vivid. The colors are very vivid. It has a, look at those. Oh, it's even upside down and it's beautiful. And they have a booklet of all the details for every meaning of every card. All these detailed meanings for these cards. Now, most of the time, if you are pulling cards, you can just spirit, if you are actually setting an intention and you are guided by spirit, you can pull the cards and then spirit will guide you through the reading, which is wonderful. My guides really help me with that. Where do I shop for my cards? These I got at the Still Room in, I think it's Winter Garden, Florida. In a witchy shop there, the Still Room, and I got my beautiful, I promote them all the time. I got my beautiful journal for this year there. It's a cosmic, it's a beautiful, it's an old atlas by someone called Abraham Kresge's from 1375. This is actually an old astronomical atlas, and I love it. As soon as the lady was on a live stream at the shop, and I was watching her live stream, and as soon as she saw it, I sent her the money for it, and she held it for me, and I went and picked it up. So that's where I got these. And I got another deck, and I can't remember which one, in a shop in Savannah, Georgia, because my son and his wife live there. And we lived there for 15 years. So we go there often. And it may have been this deck. I don't remember. This is another one of my favorite decks. The Shaman's Dream Oracle has a book, also beautifully illustrated. The book is very detailed. And just gorgeous cards. And don't hate me, but I get some of them on Amazon just because it's convenient. Don't be mad. Abby said, should you meditate and ask for the deck to be blessed? So yeah, so whatever type of intention you want to set for your deck, do that. So you should absolutely, anytime you're doing any kind of, hi Jessica, I don't know why they hide these comments. Anytime you're doing any kind of healing modality, you should always set a good intention and do some type of meditation or blessing or whatever feels right to you. Jessica, highly recommend StreamYard. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. If I can figure out how to turn the camera around. Flip camera. So look, I am streaming on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. And if I can figure it out, I'm going to add TikTok to that, because I know you do a lot of streaming. And you can go to my YouTube channel. Hi. Go to my YouTube channel, and it's in the link below the video on my YouTube channel right now for a discount for StreamYard. I think you will love it. And it's very, very easy to use, very user-friendly, very, very, very user-friendly. And the deal, I think it's $25 a month for the first 2 months, and you can stream across all your platforms at once. It's amazing. I love it, love it, love it. Love, love, love. Bye, honey. Give Haley big hugs. Okay, so if anybody's a streamer, do that. All right, it is 3:33. Good luck tonight with the full moon and the lunar eclipse, which I talked about at the beginning. So if you're watching this, and you just are catching the end of this, go back to the beginning and I explain how we get a lunar eclipse, how we get a full moon, how we get a new moon, how Mercury goes retrograde. So all that stuff is happening tonight. You can purchase my digital course on my website. There's 3 tiers. It is full of wonderful information. I'm so proud of this. I worked so hard on it. And I love the beautiful cover. This is the author's proof, so don't worry about that line, but I love the cover. And you can join the Spirit Exchange with myself and Kathy Behrens. That starts April 10th. All the details are everywhere on all my socials. You can always email me and ask me any questions, peacefulnickthemedium@gmail.com. So it's the same as my website, just add @gmail. And I appreciate everyone being here. Thank you all so much. I'll be live again probably soon. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for the questions. Bye.